second to share the screen. I think it should be visible right now. Yes?
Yes.
Yes, good.
Yes.
So, good afternoon, everybody. It's really a pleasure to be here today. As Sewandi was already saying, a big thanks to the Ministry of Education in Sri Lanka for organizing this very interesting event, and in particular to the Erasmus Plus national focal points. The big thanks for all the people involved there. Well, as was saying, my name is Eugenio Delfino. I'm working at the European Education and Culture Executive Agency for the European Commission. And I'm within the Asia team responsible for overseeing the coordination of the Sri Lanka, the Philippines, and the Laos capacity building for higher education project that are selected under our action. So the main issue, the main aims of this presentation, it will be to give you an first overview of our action. Therefore, I will not come to give you more and many technical details, but just an understanding as a first step on the focus and principle, because I hope really that I will have the possibility to meet you in person by the end of this semester and visit you in Sri Lanka in person. So let's start saying that well, this action has many objectives, as you can see from this slide. But let me clarify a thing. I think the capacity building has many objectives, but is mainly about building capacity for higher education institution, both academics and staff, of the targeted country. So in this case is Sri Lanka. To be able to produce a real change for higher education institution, and at the same time, a huge hope for the future generation to come. Let me say that you are therefore the main actor, the main beneficiary of this action. And we are supporting projects that are able to, therefore, create a social impact, more accessibility to higher education institutions that invest in innovation, that are able to have great governance of the institution, that are able also to strengthen relationship and build up cooperation and regional integration, and to sum up, to modernize higher education institutions and system. What is the purpose of capacity building? The main focus is on the need of what we call, in not very easy terminology, third countries not associated to the Erasmus program. The easy way to understand that is just translate, in your case, in Sri Lanka. But we will detail the other countries the next slide. So what we are focusing is to build up capacity, taking care about and focusing about the needs of the higher education institution in your country, matching with targeting with priorities that the European Union has for the year to come, namely the Green Deal, digitalization, governance, and sustainable job. Okay, let's now have a look on the region that are eligible for our country. So on your left, you see a list of regions that are able to participate, as also Sewandi was mentioning before, to the Erasmus program, and in particular to capacity building for higher education. Let's focus on the 18 countries that are in Asia. So Bangladesh, Bhutan, Cambodia, China, South Korea, India, Indonesia, Laos, Malaysia, Maldives, Mongolia, Myanmar, Nepal, Pakistan, Philippines, of course, Sri Lanka, Thailand, and Vietnam. That was the introduction because necessary to this slide, because you can have this effort within our action, 3 geographical, let's say, target. A national project, so for in your case, a project that is relevant for Sri Lanka. So a higher education institution from Sri Lanka associated to the partner that jointly with other 2 member states of the European Union can join to build up a project. The second possibility is a multi-country regional project, meaning Sri Lanka together with Malaysia, India, and Thailand, let's say, jointly to achieve one result in the same region. A third possibility is a multi-country cross-regional project, meaning that Asia people are belonging to the program, are working together with other regions. It could be South America, it could be South Africa, Sub-Saharan Africa, jointly to achieve the results. But who can participate to the program? So there is a distinction between who can apply it as a coordinator and who can participate as a partner. As coordinator, of course, as we already said, higher education institutions, organization of higher education institutions are the main target for us. And they are both established in the European Union and, for example, in Sri Lanka, so joined together. But for us, it's also very important that other institutions are part of the consortium, as we are talking about multilateral project. So we would like really that also organizations, for example, active in the labor market, really to create the link between higher education institution and the following step that is coming to the labor market or other fields of education, training the youth, are able to participate in the program. Of course, higher education institution, we are talking about public higher education institution, state university, not states, private university. So the important thing is that they are recognized as institutions. The following slide is about the main characteristics of the key elements of this action, capacity building. Let's have a look together. Well, first of all, I already mentioned that the European Union is working on 5 so-called overarching priority in order to build up a better world for future generation of people. But specifically for Sri Lanka, for Asia, that is, as you have seen, the region so-called 5A, there are only 4. The Green Deal, digitalization, governance, peace, security, and human development, and sustainable and growth jobs. In the following slide, I try to give you some example in order to be concrete. What does it mean some example of topics that you at the university, the higher education institution can be interested in tackling one of the priorities. The Green Deal is contribute to a successful green and sustainable global economic recovery through the climate change, environmental, and energy, and green job. Digitalization transformation is about performing digital education ecosystem, improving digital skills and competencies, connectivity, and teacher training. So everything that is also related to e-learning, for example. And governance, peace, and security and human development is about human rights. So social, the part most linked with social and economic rights, democracy, fundamental value, governance, citizenship, health, youth, gender, access, and inclusion. This is what we were referring to build up a better, stronger society. And the last one is sustainable growth and job. Is to build up, to focus on skills, entrepreneurship, employability, linked specifically to the labor market and job creation, job opportunity in rural area, private sector involvement. So, but there are many other examples that, for instance, so-called, I remember a very interesting project, for example, that has been is ongoing project on waste management in Sri Lanka, talking about the Green Deal. So let's have a look in particular on the three strands that are characterizing they are composing our action. So the strand one, fostering access to cooperation in higher education. The strand two, partnership for transformation in higher education. And the strand three, structural reform project. So here you have a very first slide on the three action. Of course, I will, this PowerPoint will be available for all participants at the conference. So let's focus on the strand one, that for us is to facilitate the newcomers. So the higher education institutions, both academic and staff, administrative staff, to access to capacity building. So the main two objectives are enhance management or administrative capacity and ensure high quality of relevant education. So it's really the first step when you are entering, is one of the possibility to enter as a first step to participate at the program. It's about build up together with maybe the experience, sharing the experience with other European higher education institution and yourself about enhanced management and administrative capacity, or focusing more on high quality. The main characteristic is always, as Sewandi was very well recalled, the essence of Erasmus is the mobility, is meet people, traveling in a way of now maybe more virtually, but still they have the possibility to be affected by people. And that is the first step in order to produce a change. The second strand is about partnership for transformation. Here, the key in higher education. Here, the key is by far the most successful action within the capacity building. So you will see later that the majority of the projects that are selected are in this strand. And where the key word here is innovation in higher education and promoting reform, so producing a change. Linking together, again, as target group, local actors linked to industry, business sectors, and the academic student, staff, learning in general. There are different possibilities here. Well, one of the, let's say, the most, the main action is the design of innovative curriculum, for example. So introducing innovative element in existing curricula or building up new curricula. So again, higher education institution for Sri Lanka, together with, or only together with Europeans or other Asian partners, are working together in order to produce new curriculum, to design new curriculum that needs to be certified by the national authority in order to create new possibility of learning for the student. That is one of the main result. The third action is about structural reform project. So this is real about creating, promoting reform innovation at higher education system. That's why, as you can see on the left, is the National Ministry of Education, the participation of the National Ministry of Education is a requirement. That's because it needs to produce a change, a systemic level. So to sum up, here we have the three different strands with the type of support. You will see the possibility of last project for 24 and 36 months for the two strands, and the third one just need more time in order to really produce an impact on the system, national system level, is lasting until 48 months. And of course, with the involvement of the ministry, the funding is between the 600,000 euro to €1 million, a little less for the strand 2, up to 8,000 million, but still this money will really give the opportunity to build up something new, to travel, to meet people, and to build up everything is necessary to create for the change. Now we have a look on the minimum of, we understand that we already talked that capacity building is a multilateral, it's a cooperation project, meaning bringing together people. So for the national project, I don't want to be long, but just to give you an insight to start working, thinking about potential partnership. That for the national project, strand 1 and 2, at least provide at least to be involved 2 European Union member states, each of them participating at least one higher education institution, and 1 eligible country, let's say Sri Lanka, with at least involving 2 higher education institutions. This is for the national project. So projects that are targeting 1 country, let's say Sri Lanka. Then we pass to the multi-country project in the same region. So the same, at least 2 member states with at least for each of them 1 higher education institution, and at least, yes, and then at least 2 eligible, for example, Asian countries out of the 18, and each of these countries must be involved at least with 2 higher education institutions. Again, for the strand T, you have 2 possibilities. Strand 3, the involvement of the ministry, as you recall, the national geographic target. So let's say with only affect Sri Lanka, or multi-country project. And you see, this is for the minimum. Now we are back to reality. On the left, you see, as we were saying before, a graph with the percentage distribution of the three actions. You see that by far strand 2 is the partnership for transformation in higher education is by far the larger and more selective project affected to that. Then the strand 1, so the one that is affecting newcomer, and the third strand with the affecting the let's say Ministry of Education is less important. On the right, I put this table because it's very interesting, because beside the minimum of participating, you will see that the average of beneficiary by project is more near to 9 or well, better 10 beneficiary per project. So it's not just a few partners affecting belonging to, let's say, Sri Lanka, but at least a composition of the partnership at least at until 10 beneficiary. Now you see a successful rate for that is in line with cross-matching with the application received and selected is about 23-24. So there is a huge competition to arrive to the final stage. A third element about the application received, because I just received the data for the 2024. So the 2022, we received 620. This for the 223, 790. And yesterday, that was the close deadline for the last call that we launched. We received 969 proposals. So indeed, there is an increasement of the proposal that we are receiving. So huge competition. So that's why the build up a very strong proposal is very necessary for succeed. Here in a short table, you will see in the square, in the yellow square, what is allocated, the budget that is allocated to Asia. So we will see that for strand 1, there are 9. So you imagine the 18 countries, and then you have for Asia, and then you have for strand 1, we normally selected 9 projects, for strand 2 with the indicative amount 15 projects, and 1 project on for related to strand 3 with the ministry. Let's have a look closer to the Asia in capacity building for the two, matching the two calls for 2022 and 2023. You will see that for region 5, so the yellow part of the graph is the second region for number of projects after the sub-Saharan Africa, and with 76, and the neighborhood Eastern European region with 52. So here you have another budget for selected project. You will see the amount of budget. I'm running out because I would like to have the possibility to finalize. That is interesting, the coverage of overarching priority. So for Asia in particular, the selected projects are dedicated, are targeting Green Deal, digital transformation, and sustainable growth and job. And I think that the same proportion is also reflecting the selected project for Sri Lanka. Maybe a little bit more about the project with a Green Deal. So everything that is green, so waste management and stuff, then sustainable growth project. So here I have for the fall 2022-2023, the coordinating institution. We see that also Sri Lanka is coordinating one project, but still I was mentioning by the moderator in our introduction, there is more that the country and the higher education institution can do in order to be able to participate and to the program. As as a partner, here there is a tendency for the two, there are 20 almost 20 higher education institutions that are already involved. So they are running a capacity building project in Sri Lanka, which is good, this is the other way to approaching the program. Not coordinating, but I see really that this a potential for these 20 project to 20 higher education institutions to be part of the a new project being coordinated. This is specifically for 2023. So the last call, there was 11 higher education institutions. So the last slides are how to prepare an application. I will be faster, so to have the possibility to have some question perhaps. And then you have the possibility. So everything is can be downloaded as form application and submitted through this portal. The next call, as I mentioned yesterday evening, it was the deadline for the 2023 call. Now for the following one will be November. So there will be plenty of time in order to start brainstorming between you and European partners in order to build up a perfect and successful application with the deadline that possibly will be around February next year. You will see that, but I'm going now a little bit more in details. The core of the application is stay in this part B, where you have to describe the action and detail the budget. And of course, that is the most important part, I would say, for the, in order to build up a very interesting application. The application will be assessed with the 4 award criteria. So the relevance of the project, where you have to describe the relevant, the objectives and the activities of the capacity building higher education action and crossing with the needs and the specificity of the action. The objective of the objectives are based on the sound analysis for always for relevance. But let's have a look here. So that this is the first award criteria, and the application will guide you through the different section and asking you the different sub question that you see pointed out here in the slide in order to help you to present a better application. So this is about the second criterion with 30 points allocation is about the quality of project design implementation, where you have to be concrete and specify the coherence, the methodology, which work plan, budget, and the quality control. I'm coming to the end. The quality of the partnership and the cooperation, of course, is very important because you're working together with other institutions, and it is essential to describe how you want to manage about the composition of the partnership and the staff to be allocated. And last but not least, the sustainability impact. Of course, we are investing money. We are expecting that the project will have a very adequate dissemination and impact, a real impact on a real impact for the society and sustainability, both on financially and institutional level. A quick word on the basic principle of the budget. Everything will be applied must be defined in work packages, detailed estimation of cost for each work package. So you attribute for these work packages that are management, dissemination, training, and the amount of money. Once we decide that, and that is coherent with what is described in the application, will be assessed and will be fixed for the duration of the grant. The last slide is about what we are looking for. Because of the competitivity of the action, we are looking for a clear and ambitious proposal that corresponds to the needs of your country and the higher education institution of your country. And these needs need also to be in line with one of the four EU overarching priorities. And the project need to be capable as a result to create, as we said at the beginning, a real impact. And of course, they need to be coherent of the work plan executed by a competent team. So that is in a nutshell what is about capacity building of higher education. But I hope to have really the possibility to come and visit you and continue this dialogue and knowledge of the. Thank you very much.